Hello guys. I welcome you all to our next session. We have already done one lecture of chapter heat. Now we are here in the second lecture of this heat chapter. So, in the previous class, we have already learned about what is heat. We have got the basic idea, and we have also learned what about temperature. Then, what was the need of temperature? How to measure that temperature? We have seen all these things. Okay. So today we are going with the next part of the chapter. Okay, that is considered with the heat transfer. So if I give you one daily life example regarding this, all of you have moms in your home. So mom makes food in the kitchen. What she does, she makes food in a pan. Yeah, there is a fry pan. So she put the fry pan over the gas burner and make the food. So what actually happening here? The flame from the burners is heating the pan, and then you are able to make the vegetables or food. Okay, so what is happening there? If you see, once your mom remove the pan from the burner, what happens after some time? The pan gets cooler. Yes or no? So what is happening? Once the pan was above the burner, there was the transfer of heat from the burner to the pan, so that the temperature of the pan increased or it gets hot. But what happens when you remove the burner? Then the heat of the burner, I can say the hotness of the burner, is transferred to the surroundings. So what is basically taking place? Heat transfer. So in every body or in every part of the nature, if I say heat transfer always takes place. Heat transfer is always taking place. And one thing is also, you can see that heat always transfers from hotter body to the colder body. Heat always transfers from the hotter body to colder body. So that transfer of heat can be by different methods. So today in this lecture, we are considering three different methods of heat transfers. Okay, so the thing is clear what we are going to study today. Okay, so let's start. Okay. Yeah. So we are starting the second lecture of heat. So what we are going to study today? We are going to study the methods of heat transfer. I have already told you what is heat transfer. I have given you the basic idea that heat transfer always takes place from hot body to colder body. Okay. And it can be take place by three methods: conduction, convection, and radiation. So basically, we are going to see these three methods in detail in today's lecture. Okay. So the thing is clear. You can see a pen here. Yeah, it is showing both these three methods: conduction, convection, as well as radiation. So we will see what these mean basically. Okay. So first of all, we start with the method conduction. Okay. So before going into that, I'll do activity. We will do a activity. Suppose we will take a aluminium rod. Suppose we are taking a aluminium rod, or you can take a iron rod also. Okay. So we can take either aluminium rod and either rod and place pieces of wax. Places pieces of wax at some distance apart from each other. These are pieces of wax. Pieces of wax. Candle. And put a candle over here. Put a candle over here. So this candle is lighting this aluminium rod, and fix this aluminium rod on a stand. If you don't have any stand, you can also put it between two bricks. Okay. So what will you observe after some time? That these wax will start melting. These wax are starting melting from one by one, starting from this end. So you will observe first of all the end which was just below the candle. The wax melted here first. Wax melted here first. Then this one, and finally. So what is happening? The transfer of heat is taking place from the hotter end, the end which is just below the candle. So the transfer of heat is taking place from the hotter end to the colder end of the rod. Hotter end to the colder end of the rod. So whenever transfer of heat takes place from hotter end to the colder end of the rod or any body, that is by physical means, because there is physical continuation or physical contact between hotter end and colder end. So that type of heat transfer is known as conduction. So whenever heat transfer takes place from hotter end or colder end, or you can say by physical contact. So whenever heat transfer takes place from physical contact from hotter end to colder end, then that process is known as conduction method. So basically, if you can see, if I say conduction process prevails everywhere, yeah, not everywhere, but yeah, one thing is sure, it transfers from hotter end to colder end, hotter end to colder end. Suppose let's take the example of pen again. This is a pen. It has got a wooden handle. If you see, this is a wooden handle. Why there is wooden handle? So that you will be easily able to pick the pen once it is hot. So what is the basic reason there? From the burner, heat has been transferred to this pen by the method which is known as conduction due to the physical contact. Okay. But yeah, you are still able to touch this wooden handle. It is not so hot, it is kind of cold. So what is the reason for that? So for that, you can do one activity. Take a beaker or take a burner, put some water in it and heat that water. Heat that water. And now take that hot water into a beaker. So I have just make a water hot and I have kept this hot water in this beaker. Now place some objects. Suppose I am taking a steel spoon, pencil. Okay. Like I am taking a steel spoon. I am taking pencil. You can also take divider from a geometry box and place these objects in the hot water for 1 or 2 minutes. Now touch the other end of the objects which is outside the water after 1 or 2 minutes. What you will feel that this steel spoon is hot, but this pencil is cold and this divider is also hot. So isn't it that the transfer of heat is not taking place from this pencil? That is not the case. That is not the case, although the transfer of heat is taking place. But yeah, there are some materials which allow the heat to transfer through them. There are some materials which allow the heat to transfer from them. So that materials which allow the heat to transfer through them are known as conductors. So what are conductors? The materials which allow the transfer of heat through them are known as conductors. So basically, if I give the example of conductor, these are iron, copper. So iron, copper are the example of conductors. And you can also see the electric wiring in your house is made up of copper. Yeah, because copper is a good conductor of electricity. Yeah, or heat as well. There are certain devices or certain materials which do not allow the transfer of heat through them easily. So the pencil is example of that. So what was pencil doing? There was transfer of heat taking place is pencil. But what was happening? Pencil is made up of insulator. The materials which do not allow the transfer of heat through them are known as insulators. That's why there was no transfer of heat from water to the pencil. So the pencil was not hot. Okay. So the another type of materials are known as insulators. So insulators are those materials which do not allow heat to pass through them. And what are conductors? They allow heat to transfer to them. Okay, so we have given example of conductor as iron and copper. What are the example of insulators? Example of insulator can be wood, can be rubber. Okay, so these are the basic examples of insulator. So yeah, conduction process requires physical contacts. Transfer of heat takes place from hotter end to the colder end of the object, and the rate of transfer will depend upon the material. If material is conductor, transfer of heat will take place easily. If material is insulator, that is the material which do not allow heat to pass through them, then the transfer of heat will not take place easily. Done. Okay, now we'll go into the definition part of conduction, that what is actually happening in conduction. We are basically understanding the chemistry behind the conduction. So conduction is the heat transfer process where transfer of heat is taking place by means of molecular excitement within a material without bulk motion of the matter. So what is meaning here? If you can see in this picture, there is a glass rod. This is a glass rod. What is happening? It is heated by some flame. So what is happening? There is no actual movement of the molecules. Whatever molecules are present at the hotter end,